We are all going to be of good behavior. So, as I speak, you also speak from today.
This is Ada. I'm the CEO of Target White Foundation. Yes, I got interested in their activities when I first went to Rwanda about 3 years ago. And then I saw the activities of these motor riders. So I used the opportunity to engage them, whether it was commercial or it was private. And they said it was commercial. So I used the opportunity to speak to them. And I realized that their activities were legalized. So I found out from them how did it happen. So I had to consult various institutions and then speak to them about how they did it. And indeed, they confirmed that yes, the Okada operations, let me use the word Okada, but motor riders, their operations there is legalized. But then the system has been done that it has been centralized. So anywhere, their activities are such that all the motor riders, they have data of all of them. They are registered, where you registered, your motorcycle number, they gave them unique numbers. So it was such that any, number that you took, be it the motorcycle number, maybe be the registration number, when you key in any of these things, the details of the motor rider will pop up. So I engaged them and I said, why can't we do that in Ghana? Because I don't think that anybody can stop their activities. You know that their operations have been banned, but they still work. The thing is that they need to also feed their families. So why don't we, legalize them? But I told them that before they would, maybe they were banned because of certain, activities. But then if they rebrand themselves, it will get the government to this thing. And thankfully, I've been engaging them over 3-4 years, and then they've rebranded themselves. And I think that I had to make a case upstairs. When I say upstairs, I understand. And they are buying into me that it is important because they've seen that today the Okada operations is disciplined. Is the reason why I got it.
Is that the people there are a lot of riders in Aflao who do pillion riding, and what happens is that they have customers who call them from Nigeria and other countries to cross their passengers for them. And among such passengers they are crossing, there are children who are being trafficked. There are people who are being trafficked for all various forms of exploitation in Ghana. From the beginning of this month alone up to yesterday, because I have transferred a case to Accra yesterday, we have intercepted about 5 trafficking cases in Aflao here alone at the border. And we are trying to tell the motor riders that we know they are working to feed. However, the people they are carrying, when they get to the immigration officers, they should allow the officers to check them, to profile them, and to talk to the passengers. They should desist from running away with passengers they are carrying, because most of these people are victims of trafficking who should be rescued from that act. And we are telling them that the security services are not against them. Ghana Immigration Service officers are not against them. But there is a canker we are fighting, that is human trafficking. Some children's organs are being removed, others are being used for sex trade, others are being used for baby harvesting. They are removing the kidneys, the pancreas, and other vital parts of human bodies for rich people who cannot have it and who are sick and they want it. And innocent children are being trafficked for these things. And so we are sensitizing our motor riders that when even someone called them to pick children of such caliber, they should come freely to the immigration officers. Let us profile them. If they have no issue, we will allow, if there are other checks we have to do, we will do it so that we can save children of victims who are being trafficked along the corridors of the Aflao border. Thank you.
That Ghana, the use of motorcycles, tricycles, for commercial purposes, which we have all termed as Okada in terms of business, is forbidden. It's not allowed in Ghana. Our laws do not accept it. The road traffic regulations have clearly defined that. But the definition of a motor vehicle in Ghana includes motorcycles, tricycles. I think that we accept it in the traffic stream as a mode of transport. Unfortunately, what we do not accept by law is using it for commercial purposes. Indeed, it is a very sensitive subject area because we are aware that most young men in Ghana are using these particular motorcycles for hire and reward. In many occasions, we have met situations like that. Now, once the law has not been changed, the law remains that the motorcycles cannot be used for commercial purposes. That is the position of the National Road Safety Authority and our friends from the police, which means that if we have every evidence to suggest that someone is using motorcycle for hire and reward, or for that matter, commercial purposes, the police has every right to apprehend or arrest the fellow for prosecution. But our concern currently, as far as the lead agency for road safety management in the country is concerned, is the protection of the rider and the pillion rider. How do we protect them? Once we accept that they are part of our traffic stream, we need to ensure that they all obey the rules and regulations governing the use of the road. I think that is where our concern is, because the basis of it all is that if you go to our hospitals, you will see what I'm talking about. The crashes have resulted in many deaths and many maimed Ghanaians, individuals, especially the youth, who have amputated legs and arms to the extent that they have become a burden to society. Some families are going through very serious conditions because their children, their brothers, their sons are all victims of road traffic crashes as a result of the use of motorcycles. Our statistics in the past were swelling to the skies because of the behaviors that these riders demonstrate when they are on the roads. They are not obeying the rules, especially at intersections. When it is red, they pass. Unfortunately, they get crashed by moving vehicles when their approach have turned green. They don't wear the helmets. They are not in any protective clothing. Some of them have not even registered the motorcycles at all. The riders themselves have not been trained, and for that matter, they don't even have riders' licenses. These are all issues